So this message is going to be extra relevant and resonant for the folks who, around the time this message finds you, although this is being recorded during Aquarius season 2026, and this Aquariana season, wow, like roller coaster in and out of outer space, galactic and heavily grounded. This is for persons who have either been going through a tower moment or multiple tower moments. And by tower moments, I'm talking about sudden, foundationally shifting situations, at times destructive, unnerving, like disruptive. I mean, this is lightning bolts breaking down your walls, breaking down your foundations, breaking down your notions, your precepts, what you've constructed something to be in your mind, what you've built something up to be in your mind, in your imagination, and then really sobering like events and realities coming through and ripping those visions, imaginations down or crumbling them quite significantly in real time. And this is not to, by any means, I'm not like making light or making like fun, you know, unfairly or whatever like that of these things going on. I felt guided to, we're going to do an oracle and tarot card reading today, and we're actually going to get a deck, which normally, I think synchronistically enough, I rarely use this deck. It's like every X amount of months to maybe now like once a year. And I feel as though this is a deck that I am very often drawn to during Aquarius season. This is the Cosmic Reading cards, activation cards for the soul. Very in alignment with that Aquarius energy of like interstellar, galactic, starseed, out there, deeper level activations, higher vibrational activations and ascensions and awakenings, whatever those words of activation that really resonate with you are coming through. So we're gonna get some cards that kind of bring it down to earth, yet with this pure channel that I'm arriving with here in this reading is, especially for those of you who have really been going through these tower moments and you have been feeling it, like you have been feeling the heavy emotions while doing your best to maintain your faith, doing your best to route towards love, towards joy, towards being more pleasant, like essentially not allowing whatever heaviness or pain that you are being confronted with, you're experiencing, you're dealing with, you're transmuting, not allowing it to like corrupt you or turn you into a monster. I'm like mean, malicious, malignant, let alone abandoning of your faith. Like you're not, while you feel these tower moments are trying you and testing you, it's like requiring all of your practices, all of the wisdom, all of the like knowledge you have acquired thus far, and every iota of your willpower to, from your perspective, not only hold it together, because it's like, I want to hold space because I feel as though this collective, it's like you are allowing yourself to feel emotions. Like it's not as if you're ignoring or running from everything by any means. No, there's a realness and authenticity here. Yet it's more so you are actively feeling pinches, pains, frustrations, disappointments, hurts, sadness over situations that have gone on recently that have really felt as though they have like tried your patience, tried your capacity, or have not been in alignment with your current timetable, with your current capacity, with what's going on. It's as if, like this is for a collective, like what I'm feeling is like you actually really have been, let's say you're in the water right now, like you have been treading water, you've been swimming well, you've actually been keeping yourself pretty well afloat during these very like turbulent and tumultuous times in the waves. And I want to remind everybody about the Aquarius season symbol because it's coming flashing through in my mind's eye now. They are waves. Thank you, Spirit. And this is also a big part of the channel because there's waves of air and like the way air can feel like with waves. And then there's also like waves when it comes to water. And Aquarius season is very much a season that involves, while it is led and dominated by the air element, putting respect on the Aquarius name and truth, it certainly has a very intimate and important relationship with emotions. Let us not forget the Aquarius is the water bearer, and water represents emotions as well as intuition, but certainly emotions, feelings, and also a portal for creativity, portal for many things. We can program the hell out of water. You know what I mean? But there is something about this Aquarius season where we are, ooh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, this is the alchemical mastery and the challenge going on. Think about a water bearer for a minute. Think about how, now I'm seeing Moiraine in Wheel of Time. Was it season 2? Spoiler alert, Wheel of Time season 2. It's been out for years. Skip ahead X amount of seconds if you don't want to hear a spoiler. Okay, so this character, Moiraine, essentially she used to have, there was a point in time where she had access to her abilities to work with the elements cut off, like disrupted. And so she had to go back to living essentially what was a more like non-assisted by the power life. So before, where she could channel and direct the elements to maybe bring water to her or move things, now she needed to go back to manually being a water bearer, where she went to a well, filled it up with water, and then needed to carry that water back to where she was at. And she had to make however many trips it would take so that she would have enough water for her day, for her activities, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. It is a process. And Spirit is showing me this imagery and letting me know that a lot of this Aquarius season is where we are essentially being tasked with carrying our water and using it wisely, using it effectively. Like there is a relationship with water, meaning there's a relationship with that element that is being carried by our mental energy, by our air elements, by our choice, decisions, communication. A lot of these air themes having a very unique interaction, deliberate interactions, collaborations with, combinations with, mixtures with, whatever the right verbiage may be, air plus water. It's what's going on. And it is a challenge because with a lot of these air currents and these airwaves that feel incredibly light and fast and quick, and that we want to get carried away with, not in a bad way, but we want to go with the flow. Like, let's say I want to honor the desire to go with the flow. Not that you're saying you want to get carried away. However, it's like you want to ride the waves. You want to ride the wind. Now I'm here, Ghost, ride the whip. Tell me when to go. 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 And honestly, that's a lot of what's going on right now. Because some of y'all, especially some of these tower moments, if you resonate where it feels like with either missed opportunities, missed ships in the night, whatever that old phrase is, where it's like close but no cigar, like an almost this close and then something fell through, something feels like it slipped right through your hands, like it was right in the palm of your hands and then it slipped through like water. Spirit isn't doing this stuff just to, or not to at all, but it's not to like torture you or punish you or hurt your feelings. There's something about, and this is a high level lesson and it's kind of like a real, I want to honor that some of us are really being tested in how far we've come with being able to practice non-attachment and transmute heavy and dense emotions when something that we wanted, something we desired doesn't work out. How do we detach essentially in ways that are healthy? And how do we practice detachment and non-attachment without having to bash ourselves, berate ourselves, destroy ourselves? It's like, where can we take accountability and honor accountability? Yes, but it's accountability with nuance. It isn't about making everything a black or white, good or bad, this or that. Like when something doesn't pan out the way we want, or maybe when we get an undesirable result, an undesirable outcome in the moment, in the now, do we need to then go and discolor the whole situation, the whole process, everything that led up to this moment as completely undesirable? Do we need to rob it of having value, of having worth? Can we not view whatever that attachment, that opportunity, that possibility, were there not benefits from even, or excuse me, were there not benefits that were unlocked in the time of entertaining that opportunity or considering that opportunity, considering whatever it may be? You know what I'm saying? There's something about Being able to let things go, even if it's sad or it hurts, without letting it like destroy how far you've come, destroy your confidence, without allowing it to destroy your faith. With some of you, it's very much so about opportunities and things not working out and not being either triggered or overly triggered or totally triggered back into survival scarcity mindsets. Like where your faith is really like you're being called back into your faith and your power and believing in yourself, believing in your soul, and not just yourself and your soul, but believing in your guide's source, divine universe, your holiest soul, your highest and holiest self, believing in that and trusting that you are always loved unconditionally. You are always provided for unconditionally. Like you're always being taken care of. And it's like, the more you truly embrace not being in a punishment, castigation, heavy trial type of mentality or energy or mindset about your guides, your soul, the universe, or what have you, the sooner you can receive the support, the love, the care that you seek, that you're wanting, that you're needing in this now. Even if one source of that you were thinking about or counting on or looking forward to gets pulled away or ripped away here in this now, feel the feels, grieve the grief, mourn the whatever needs to be mourned of the loss. I honor that. Yet don't allow it to take out all of your power. Don't allow it to take out all of your faith. Don't allow it to take out all of your confidence. It's like, if something good came once, it's coming again. If these opportunities found you in the state that you're at right now, where maybe for whatever reason it didn't land or didn't work out fully, it can certainly find you again when things are more aligned. A lot of this is also coming down to really timing and divine timing and things coming in the right season when you could show up and give what you want to give. Now, what's happening though is spirit is like these tower moments, these challenging breakdowns, these I was going to say issues that are popping up and popping off right now are coming through and giving us a lot of opportunity to honestly make better decisions moving forward, to also be more confident in our relationship with time and the season we're in, trusting that rejection is protection and redirection. And worst case, honestly, for those of us who are wondering, did we really like maybe fumble something? Like, I just want to be transparent. Like maybe you're in a moment where it feels like an opportunity or some kind of connection and or didn't work out that you were excited about, you were looking forward to, and you're reviewing things in your head. And while you're seeking to take, appropriate accountability and see what you can do, I also want to invite this nuance of be mindful of what vibration and what mindset you're using and stepping into even when you take accountability. And I also want you to allow yourself to not just be looking to take accountability from a place of like people-pleasing woundedness, of feeling guilty or shameful, like unnecessarily or to an unhealthy extent, feel like putting yourself as inferior or lesser than, or also like being mindful of feeling confident in your timing and your season and giving yourself grace that if where you're at with your timing and your season was not easily, was not naturally, was not fully vibing with someone else's timetable, someone else's vibrational moment and season. You know what I mean? Many times, no in life means not right now. Some no's are forever. Some no's are absolute definite. Either way, we respect no's on this channel. We respect a no. Yet sometimes the universe showcases us that a no is a not right now, meaning a certain opportunity, a certain connection, a certain conversation, a certain relationship may circle back at a more aligned time. Yet we were meant to get this preview. We were meant to have this preview experience so that we can more or less stay/be ready so we ain't kind of get ready. Whether or not that direct opportunity comes around or a similar yet more aligned one comes along in the future. There's something about like throughout these processes, they still contributed to your growth. They are still contributing to the creation of yourself, your highest self, and like what you're called to do and be here on this earth, let alone in this now. It's like allow these situations. It's like really take the best and take what resonates and leave what does not. So even if an opportunity didn't pan out, yet it gave you a certain idea, or it pushed you to lean even more into a certain structure, where even if you weren't maybe able or ready to fully deploy it in the moment that was in alignment with their timetable, you still were a part of that iterative and creative process that is now setting you, your labor, your service, your craft, your passion, whatever it may be. It's setting that version of you up for success as you're able to allocate more of your capacity, resources, and time towards that. You know what I mean? So it's like, even if a co-creative project doesn't result in a full-blown like work of art or partnership or formalized thing, it's like there's something about the design and negotiation process. Don't discount the benefits of that. And especially don't discount the wisdom, experience, and tools that were acquired in that design process. It's like you did the work, you gave an honest contribution. It is your creative and or intellectual labor. So basically, don't allow disappointment or grief of loss of an opportunity take away from what is rightfully yours that was couched within that opportunity. Don't let something external control how much you shine, how much you share, how bright you are, how you continue putting yourself up and out there. Like, if you're called to serve, if you're called to be doing things, and a certain vehicle doesn't maybe align or work out, or it's not the right timing with a certain vessel or collaboration, allow yourself to, I'm getting the sense of, don't allow it to just completely stop your journey, stop you moving forward. If you know you're in a season of advancement and movement, however it may be at a different capacity, honor where you're at. It's like, apply these best things, incorporate or integrate them as you can, upgrade as your capacity and resources allow. Still allow yourself to continue growing and thriving and moving onward and upward, even if you're not moving onward and upward with whoever that prospective person, offer, opportunity, partner, whatever it may have been. It's like, because basically what I'm also getting from source, universe, God, goddess, whatever you choose to believe in, while humans are utilized as vessels and deliverers and sharers of blessings, the divine will help us bless each other through people. People can play a very big part in the delivery and implementation of blessings. Don't forget from where, from whom, from what your blessings truly come, meaning source, God, goddess, whatever you believe in, your highest and holiest self. So don't give away too much power to these human beings that may have either changed their minds, rescinded, withdraw, or if you're the person who rescinded, withdrew, change your mind, wherever the alignment or misalignment, whatever, it didn't work out, didn't pan out. Remember, they don't control anything. And worst case scenario is really if you are someone who fumbled something, but you're willing to kind of own it and take accountability and learn from it. It's like truly learn from it and allow that to inspire you and fuel you to keep going. For some of us in this now moment, a lot of this mastery practice is going through these tough and trying situations, really bearing these emotions, carrying this water and delivering it, and placing it in the more optimal, more ideal places. It's not meant to just be still water in the same vessel forever. It's meant to get somewhere. Now, some of it may be in a water bottle for our daily refreshment. Some of it may be in a bigger, safer, secure jug to last the week or whatever. Some of it may be for a bath, for a wash, whatever. Different purposes for the waters, different creative and intuitive flows, whatever. But it's meant to be worked with, collaborated with. We're not meant to just be carrying still and heavy waters or still and heavy emotions. It's time to make use of these waters and get them in a more flowing and fluid way that is helpful and healthy, in alignment with your wellness, in alignment with your goals, in alignment with the garden that you are here to grow, what you're being called to cultivate. I'm going to start shuffling some of these cosmic activation cards and seeing what is this activation? What is this lesson that I'm channeling for this collective? What's the message? What's the tea? Please and thank you, holiest spirit, holiest team, holiest tribe. And comment down below if any of this is resonating with you right now. If you're someone who's in this moment, in this now, where you are feeling so much transformation. You're feeling so many things going on. You're wondering, are you making the right decisions, the right choices? You're wondering, even if you are confused and you may even feel that you made the wrong choice or less than ideal choice, you're wondering, okay, well, what can I do to recalibrate? Like, how do I... This is my collective where even if you recognize, like, okay, maybe something didn't go in the best direction, you still know, like, you still know and you still choose that one ending is not the end. Like, even if something came to an end, came to a halt, came to a stop, you are, even if you gotta like let out the tears and cry and let yourself have an emotional release, I highly recommend and encourage it. Even if you got the tears in your eyes, you're crying, you have your moment, you have your night, you have your time, whatever it is, you are like getting back up. You're getting back up. This is my collective where it's like, you know, at the end of the day, you're still moving forward. Even if you gotta moan and complain about it and vent for a bit, it's like, this is my collective. It's like, you are committed to making moves. You didn't come this far to only come this far. And so Spirit is saying, it's like, with that energy, with that mentality, with that steadfast perseverance and resilience, please understand that even if you make a wrong decision in the moment, you are such a champion. You are such an alchemist. You are such an alchemical transmutational winner that even if, quote unquote, you make the wrong choice, you're going to alchemize, you're going to transmute, and you're going to course correct your reality. You're going to choose to quantum leap. You're going to choose to get your energy, your chakras right, your focus right, your vibration on point and on lock so that you are flowing in the right direction, so that if you need a remedy, if you need restoration, that is coming, let alone whatever is the next layer and level of blessings, transformation, where we're beyond the healing, we're beyond the remedy stage, and we're back on top of the thriving. Like, this is my collective where it's like, even if you're going through it, you still tuned into this reading, you're still tuned into this reading, you're still listening, you're still receiving, because at the end of the day, you ain't giving up. You are not giving in. You're not stopping. You're not settling for less. Like, you are committed to making the most out of yourself and your life, let alone what these circumstances are in front of you right now. Like, because at least the baseline minimum, you have chosen to not wallow and live in pain. You have chosen to not wallow and dwell and live in loss and grief. You are choosing to move onward, upward, and forward. Progress, whatever that means, whatever that looks like for you, even if you don't know in this now moment, you do know it exists, you feel it exists, you choose to believe it exists, and you choose to claim it for yourself. And that is more than half the battle of what's coming on and coming up and coming through right now. This is for like my folks who are also like, this is a layer and level of honoring your independence. Not to say don't honor collaborations and partnerships. We are being guided to that as well. So I'm not saying cut off your nose to spite your face or be hyper independent, like doing too much, too long alone. There are aligned and anointed people meant to bless us and collaborate with us on the path, and vice versa during any given season. I'm feeling though this is about embracing a next layer and level of the strength that comes from solid faith, the next layer and level of confidence and strength that comes from a solid faith rooted in abundance, and a solid faith rooted in a truly unconditionally loving and very actively supportive, uplifting, like relationship dynamic with the universe, with Source, with whatever you believe in. Yes. Okay, we're going to get some cards. Please and thank you, Spirit. I feel as though... Oh, there we go. That was easy. You know, here we go. So 11. If you've been seeing repeating 11s, big sign. We literally have an 11 card, and we have cosmic connection. And here we see a person, all their chakras lit, palm chakras lit, which are also connected to the heart chakra. We see higher soul star chakras, stellar gateway chakras. We see upper level. So not just the 7 that are in the quote unquote physical body and shell. We're seeing higher level, more cosmic galactic vibes. No wonder why I was called to this deck. I'm very intrigued by these, like, couple things. They look like roots and vines, kind of like planty, but then they also kind of give me a little bit of insect, a little insectoid or bug or arachnid kind of vibe. So depending on what you resonate with, either bugs, arachnids, insects, plants, like nature, essentially nature. And what I'm getting is this card is showcasing a connection between our life force and nature as more or less understood and defined by our earthly experience in our earthly vessel, syncing up with and still connecting with that stellar and cosmic energy pipeline, channel, and gateway. This is cosmic connection. So it literally is about you embracing all parts of you, particularly the spiritual and energetic parts of you and the intangible parts of you, in addition to the very tangible and densified parts of you, and bringing them into harmony and alignment and understanding that you are not just a human, you're not just a spiritual being, there is room, and you're like, this is a belief, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Like, you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You are a divine being having a divine experience and having a divine human experience. And that means you're allowed to have an earthly experience and encouraged to, which means you're going to have desires, pleasures. There's going to be stumbles, confusion, ignorance, so many different things, because at the end of the day, all of this is required for creation. All of this is required for learning and knowing. It's like, human experience by design and by default is experimental. It is exploratory. It is darkness being made light. It is darkness encountering light. Like, that is the adventure and the various adventures and parts of life. So it's like, get into it, embrace yourself, give yourself grace, so that even if you have stumbled, even if you're feeling off and worried about things, reconnect. Believe in your mastery, believe in your alchemy, and trust that you have more than enough tools and techniques, resources to slow down and settle down and connect with some form of higher vibrational energy, cosmic energy, higher consciousness, and calling that in so that you can continue manifesting a more optimal, more ideal, more satisfactory, more loving, whatever it may be, life, as well as contribute to the experiences and the high vibrations of others. Like, there is a level of community, and there we go, communication, of course, while we're focusing a lot on the individual self. Like, it's very a moment that you take the time to slow down and connect with your truth, connecting with love, connecting with openness. I'm gonna get another card. Okay, interesting. I feel like Spirit just had me like really absorb that and feel that for a second. For some of you, this is also a real invitation to like really ground and root and slow down and give yourself, not like, I want you to give yourself pure rest, as in pure like restorative rest, like not doing anything, just allowing yourself to be restored, your body to be nourished, your batteries to be charged. I want pure rest, okay? With that, I also want to invite in times for pure presence and really being in presence with yourself, with Holy Spirit, with your soul, with whatever's going on. And you could do this in whatever way works for you. Some people like traditional seated meditation. Sometimes some of us with pain, we have to lie down. For others, walking meditations. For others, dancing, painting, doodling, whatever it may be to connect. Please connect and slow down. It's important that you're really honoring, and I feel like please root and ground your nervous system. Be careful and be gentle with your nervous system. You really are activating and awakening, and there are a lot of things and synapses like really firing off and things seeking to come online in alignment with a more optimal and more energized version of yourself, and a version of self that really is going to pop off with a lot more co-creations and projects in the season ahead. And so if there are things that seemingly are falling through the cracks or not panning out, aside from whatever you have identified healthily that maybe you can take accountability for or responsibility for, and or see ways in which you could improve your participation and or performance with something. With all that being said, it's like, be mindful if you need to be in spaces that are very draining and very expective and asking for a lot of you while giving a little. Like, it's time to really honor those boundaries. honor those boundaries of your capacity and understand that you're not a bad person if you need some more time to really be on point and deliver what people are asking of you, what people are wanting of you. Okay, we're gonna get one more card for this cosmic connection, and then we will get some tarot to bring this down. Thank you, Spirit. It's so funny to me, like how, you know, I may not use a card deck for many months, a year, whatever, and the few times I do, albeit at different times, I see the cards that are familiar. What I love about this is we had 11 pop out first, now we have 10. And this card is compassion. Compassion being asked of us. Some of y'all may feel really called, or especially if you've been feeling, thank you, Spirit, this is an invitation for me as well. Comment down below if you want me to do any type of like guided energy clearing or meditations, by the way, because I want to start practicing that more again. However, I really would love to know that there are people who would receive it, flow with it, go with it. So comment down below if you would like a violet ray and flame transmutation type of meditation and stuff like that. Either way, you can do this on your own. You can totally do this independently. You don't need me. Although I welcome you to connect with whichever energy calibrator that resonates with you, should you feel inspired. Either way, connect with the themes, the virtues, the energies of compassion. If you like color, violets and like soft and lighter purples are often associated with this. Many purples. Even though this card came out second, I almost feel like it came out second with an invitation to back up the truck and for us to reapply compassion. It's like, while it came out 11-10, I really want to go like 10-11. I want to put it in the more proper order. Ooh, I even said more proper order. Interesting, like not trying to judge. But there's something about where things have been moving forward and maybe you really have been like on this more master number, like moving forward with your mastery, being in connection, practicing your alchemy, co-creating, constructing your life, doing what you can and what you believe is the best for taking aligned and inspired actions for the life you want and lead. And then, like I said, it's like these tower moments, these things were going in, popping off or what have you. And you're trying to maintain being in this awakening while wondering like, oh my gosh, am I completely messing this up? Am I dropping the ball? Am I lost? Like, have I screwed everything up? And Spirit is like, no, have compassion. Have compassion for yourself, because like I said, even worst case scenario, if something fell through the cracks, you fumbled something, there's a lesson, there's learning to come from that. Baseline, it's like you choose to be compassionate and forgiving to yourself, or you don't. Like also at some point, it's like you got to choose to be compassionate and forgiving to yourself, or more or less accept the fact that you're just going to punish yourself, cut off your nose to spite your face, block future opportunities, block future blessings, block people from maybe coming around. You know what I'm saying? So there's this vibe of really stepping further into the embrace of compassion and allowing it to help your mindset really shift whatever you're going through, whatever you're being asked to practice greater non-attachment with, whatever you're being asked to maybe let go of. It's like continue to love yourself and honor yourself and not view yourself as inherently less than. Okay, I want to get some tarot before we wrap this up, because I can also feel like this energy is like coming in stronger and stronger and also like legit making me tired, which lets me know a lot of the energy is flowing. It is that cosmic connection, and we are also going through a lot of upgrades, and I just saw 3-3 on the timer, and Spirit is wanting us to really have the time to install the updates. And for us, a lot of that happens when we rest and when we sleep. Not exclusively. However, that is one, especially when we're dealing with upgrades and or activations that are seeking to help us let go of density and release density with greater ease. A lot of that does happen through sleep and sleepy time and those types of things. So please and thank you, Spirit. Maybe we get some tarot for this collective. Tarot for this collective. Ace of Wands, okay. So there we go, opportunities, new creations, magic coming through. Spirit, what's the tea? The Nine of Swords, the anxiety, the fear, the worries, the doubts. The Five of Pentacles, the scarcity and the struggle. Okay. I'm feeling like this was like that close but no cigar energy I was talking about, where it's like, here came this opportunity or something came in, and yet it kind of like maybe triggered a bit of overwhelm, anxiety, lots of mental energy. In addition to the flip side of like also likely triggered, but also I'm getting with this collective dealing with worries about scarcity, poverty, lack, challenge. Like, it's like this came in and yet it arrived and found folks, found us, found a collective closer and more in this condition, in this state. And it was like, in some ways, maybe because we were in this energy, in this state, we weren't fully receiving or working with or allowing that opportunity to land. Yeah, like I'm getting a sense of maybe even like either moving in the opposite direction of it, walking away, or like, yes. And so what I feel like there was like this reflecting on it, this meditating on it, considering it, like, is this the right opportunity? Is this a divine? And really wondering, like, I feel like this collective was really trying to debate, is this an aligned and divinely guided opportunity connection? Or is this like maybe a repeat of the past cycle? There's something about where maybe yourself and especially your inner child, previous versions of you, were kind of wondering and worrying like, oh, is this going to be a repeat cycle, a repeat setup, a repeat disappointment? Like, is this going to be something that sounds so amazing, so wonderful, so great? But then it's like, really, actually, it's just going to be like, been there, done that. And then what came afterwards was the death card. So there was some kind of ending, like something stopped, something didn't go further, something didn't proceed after this offer or this potential connection, this potential union, this potential passion project was going to come online. It's deaded, it's done. And honestly, what comes around the corner is what is being required of us is a strength card. And Spirit is having me like, look a little further. We're going to get two. So what's coming up next is we have the strength, and this is requiring you, if this resonates with you, to really be standing in your personal power. And even if you went through this loss, this death, this ending of what was, what could have been, and it may have been heavy, it's like, please do not lose sight of your crown. Remember, because also something might have happened where, what I'm getting, especially looking at this inner child card, it's like receiving that opportunity. There was something that was either triggering, and it triggered you more in your inner child or a previous version of yourself, as opposed to you fully being at this layer and level and receiving it from this higher vibrational, more confident vibration. And this is not making fun of or disrespecting or challenging like where you were at with the vibration or how that offer went through. Like, everything really happened for a reason. And you needed to go through that wisdom and seeing through these things so that you also remember, how do you receive and court offers and negotiate from a place of really being in your power, in your strength. I'm not seeing that you were totally out of it. However, I do feel like there's likely, I think it was more so because of these really tough, like anxious situations, the poverty, the scarcity, the lack, whatever it may be, like whatever has been the challenging season for you recently, it's like your capacity has been tried. And with that capacity and with this stuff coming in, it's not to say that you weren't in your power, but you just probably weren't in your full power. And maybe it's also with the pacing or the energy of how that was going, you also didn't feel that you were able to bring your full power or full strength to the table. Yet, it is coming up around the corner. It's like, as you stand in your strength and really show up for yourself and your truth and your creativity, creative passion, Queen of Pentacles is up next, and they almost look like the same character. So this is letting me know you're going to be receiving opportunities and wealth, especially as we get closer to the spring, y'all. Like, I've been getting a lot of like abundant and positive spring messages. Also, thank you, Holy Spirit. They're reminding me of what I wanted to put in a channeled message as well. For those of y'all who remember or you don't know, now you know, you're going to know that elementary phrase, like grade school phrase about the seasons. If March comes in like a lion, it goes out like a lamb. If it comes in like a lamb, then it's going to go out like a lion. So this isn't always the case. However, what I'm getting is essentially basically if you are heading into spring season, heading into March, and it's felt like a more lion-esque, a lioness time, meaning it's felt a bit more fierce, a bit more ferocious. Maybe we've needed to roar a bit more. Maybe we've needed to reassess and reassert the boundaries of our territory and our pride land. We need to honor our pride and power, and maybe we need to stand in this authority and more actively utilize our authority. Like maybe it's like a season where we need to stand and show up in our authority and basically more or less guide and command a certain layer or level of respect that perhaps folks were not arriving with or arriving at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they were treating us bad or anything like that either, like not assuming the worst, but just saying it's like we needed to elevate like our confidence and really where we're wearing our crowns and our identity and really stand in our strength and power. And after that, we're going to be receiving like abundance and wealth and being very much so sat and well kept and well taken care of. So even if there is this ending with, as long as we continue to utilize our strength, and I really like how there's roses on both cards with both these characters. So I continue to feel like tend your garden, tend to your projects, tend to what you are here to cultivate, continue tending to what is growing to and through you. So even if something didn't work out, even if a certain connection didn't, fully land and match up because maybe you took too long in, and I'm saying that loosely, but maybe you took too long in your meditative, debating, considering process or what have you. It's okay. It's okay. It's working out. I feel like with this Queen of Swords as the bottom of the deck energy, I feel like this is a little bit of where we're at with this analytical mind, really reassessing what happened, the communication, the accountability and the responsibility for the parties involved, like with the self, let alone with whatever externals in any external situations. This isn't doing so in a cold or rude way. It's like, I do feel like though it's this analysis right now. We're a bit more in the analysis, and as we're doing this analyzing, it's important that you respect yourself, respect your station, respect that the fact that you are at this queen, king, sovereign layer and level as well. You're not, at a page or knight level. You're not as easily, I don't know, like unstable or insecure or flighty. You know what I mean? This is for my collective where there's this mastery being taken and you're willing to take so much accountability and ownership for like all of you, flaws and all. And Spirit is asking you to continue, like, while you take accountability for your flaws and all, make sure you're not just celebrating your flaws. Make sure you celebrate the all. Celebrate your perks, your benefits, your amazingness, like your uniqueness, like everything about you that is wonderful and great and positive. It's important that you really continue to celebrate you and your crown and really give yourself your flowers and remember to enjoy your flowers and continue enjoying cultivating your garden. Ultimately, even if something didn't pan out, you don't have to treat the loss of an opportunity, the loss of a potentiality, as a loss of your power, as a loss of your relevance, as a loss of your station, as a loss of your level. It's like if you were already this queen, king, sovereign layer and level before this opportunity even tried to find you or get your way, then it's important that you continue to treat yourself that way moving forward. And for some, this may have been a wake-up call experience where you're realizing like, oh, maybe I really am this person, am this character. And it's like, okay, next time around something comes my way, how can I respond or carry myself with that layer and level of communication, confidence, and co-creation? How do I co-create more from that layer and level? And also, how do I validate when a previous version of myself maybe is really having an intuitive or protective hit? Because also for some of you, some of this stuff really didn't work out. Remember, like, rejection is protection. And it's because some of y'all might have really like dove in so deep and given so much or committed so much that you may have actually put yourself and more, like put too much of yourself or put certain projects or certain independent, like essentially endeavors a bit behind. Like essentially, I'm feeling some of this is protection for some of y'all where it's like you would have deprioritized a priority that the divine, that God, goddess, your holiest self spirit wants you to keep at the top of your list or towards the top of your list in this now and in this season. It's like if you would have gone in this direction, not to say that there wouldn't have been amazing benefits or great things, but it's like the trade-off would have been maybe putting yourself or deprioritizing certain things to meet other people's, like, deadlines, timelines, things of that nature. And it's not all bad. It's not like a black and white thing. However, what I'm feeling is like spirit is wanting you to continue prioritizing yourself, your health, your wellness, in addition to whatever you're called to create and co-create. So let's get some goddesses to help seal this in. Please and thank you. Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, Holy Spirit, team and tribe. Please and thank you, holiest goddesses. Please speak with us in the collective. We have bodies of water, talking all about the water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or ocean to recharge your batteries. So this water imagery, letting water go, letting water flow, leveraging the water elements, working with the water element. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 on the timer. All the fours, repeating fours. Affirmation, confirmation. Leverage the water element. Continue purifying and letting things go and flow. And the thing is like, even if something slipped through your hands like water, more water is being brought to you. And even if you're in a moment and a season in which you feel stilled like Moiraine did, like if you feel cut off from the one power or your magic, like some of y'all may be worried like, oh, did I lose my powers? Did I lose my magic? Because maybe there's been a little bit of what feels like a temporary upset or cut off. No. It's just a temporary bump, and it's about you remembering yourself, remembering your power, and reconnecting. Now, for some of you, you may need some support or help, like that did happen in the show with that example from the right ones. However, it's like, I do feel like, remember your spirit guides are your support, and they'll also send you the right people that if you do need like a human support intervention to help you with unlocking or overcoming a blockage, it's being sent to you. Yet, please do not deny that you do not have your own power and own ability to get the water you need and move it forward. Goddesses, thank you. Yes, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. We have Mother Mary with expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And Freya with bold, unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. Okay, I don't think these goddesses are coming in here to taunt us. I don't think they're coming in here to tease us. That's not how I work with spirit anyway. That's not what we're calling in. So please don't receive these. Like, this is important for somebody. Really catch yourself. If you're receiving this reading in the now and you're just still viewing it through a mindset of trying to like punish yourself, castigate yourself, and be like, oh, well, that's what it could have been, or that's what it was. Like, I feel like I had to disrupt somebody's pattern of trying to remain guilty and or shameful, feeling like you fumbled something. No, especially with me, Mother Mary is one of my softest, most loving, most compassionate guides who comes through, especially when I need her most, to still feel like really connected with my purity, connected with the innocence of my soul, that pure unconditional love, that pure eternal worthiness. So if she's coming through in this reading, offering us miracles, miraculous healing, miraculous blessings, I know it is true. It is for us. You can take it or leave it, but that's what I'm choosing to receive. And then with Freya backing it up, tying in some of that strength energy, like I'm feeling these are in alignment. This is about you doing you. And remember, there's a rainbow in here. This is like the promises of God. So we have a rainbow followed by the miracle thing. So the miracles, your promises are still there. God is not playing you. Source is not playing you. You know what I mean? And even if you quote unquote block or fumble your blessings in one moment, remember, delay, not deny. So it's like the minute you learn the lesson, quote unquote, the minute you elevate your vibration and refocus in the way that serves you best, it's like, it's that quick, that simple, that you can be on path. It's usually our own like punishment, self-castigation, pain, whatever it is that makes a journey more difficult or allows us to perceive ourselves or misperceives ourselves as off path longer than we need to. This Freya is telling you, it's like, especially if you've had a stumble or challenge in recent times, it's like, continue being and doing you. The worst thing you could do right now is like relent and give up on being your authentic self and go backwards, or stop listening to your divine guidance, stop moving forward authentically, to stop moving forward as you are audaciously being called to be. It's like, I need you to continue walking forward in full faith and trust that everything is working out for you. And that even if something didn't work out right in this timing, your timeline is always course correcting. So even if something is incorrect, it becomes correct because you program that way. You program whatever you need to do to get you to the correct place, to the correct destination, to the proper reroute. It's only when you cut yourself off from source, cut yourself off from guidance, cut yourself off from power, and or allow someone or something else to deceive you into believing you're cut off or disconnected from your power. If you are deceived into giving your power away, no. This is about the reclamation, owning it. It is your power. For some of y'all, this may be a little bit of engaging in some soul retrieval with the cosmic connection so that you really stand in the fullness of your strength and your sovereignty and move forward doing you. And I keep looking at the horn that she's carrying in addition to her, like, you know, her style of dress. It's like, let your voice be heard and be vulnerable and be your real you. Let your vibration be heard. Let out your authentic sound. Trust your intuition. Like, let the kitty meow, let the kitty purr. Let the kitty be free. And also because with the kitty near the death card, and I've been thinking about this a lot in the last 24 to 48 hours as well, with like the whole concept of cats and like 9 lives. Cats always land on their feet. Channel that feline energy. Channel that adaptability energy. Channel that, like, I have multiple lives. I have 9 lives minimum. So it's like, even if you just like, quote unquote, utilize 1 life, as you make this timeline shift, you still have plenty more blessed lives to go. And it's a part of your path. And you have so many lives. In reality, we have unlimited. But you have so many of these opportunities for ever more rebirth, starting over, starting again, transforming. So that spirit, basically so that you remember, like, the journey doesn't have to end until it's truly done. And if you're still receiving this transmission, then it ain't done. Like, if you're hearing me loud, live, and in color right now, it ain't done for you, kitty. So let's continue to be bold and make it work and make it happen, as well as allow it. Like, when I say make it, I'm talking about taking aligned and inspired actions, not forcing things and not operating from scarcity or poverty or lack. So also, if you've been doing so much work in your life to create a space and station where you can work and operate from more ease, from more flow, from things coming more into place, where you can attract more things, being more in alignment with your divine feminine. Not to say that there aren't periods of activity or being more active or being more in the masculine, of course, yet you are, for the most part, embracing more the energies of being paid to exist, you know, allowing the universe to take care of you and allowing yourself to give care in a way that fully and very deeply honors your capacity and your limits and doesn't like pull you back into hustle culture, grind culture, always feeling like you're trying to catch up with other people's urgency, trying to make up for other people's deadlines and timelines, feeling like you're chasing like a target, feeling as though when you're being offered or given something, however grateful you are, struggling with wanting to work with somebody and meet what they want by when they want it, while also honoring maybe the season where you're in and what your capacity really is at, and wanting to be in more situations, connections, and collaborations where deadlines and timelines are co-created with all that taken into account, versus consistently just receiving someone else's deadline or timeline and then feeling like you have to like get yourself to a certain urgency or way of being quickly, as opposed to being able to grow into and grow with it. So especially if you've been doing a lot where you've been trying to be in a more growing type of energy and season, then some of this stuff didn't happen because, even if it sucks to hear it, and I want to be loving, not say that you couldn't have done it or couldn't deal with it, it fell through because spirit didn't want your nervous system doing too much, or doing too much too soon, or perhaps like relapsing into a more fragile state, going back into a more grindy or hustly culture, going back into a speed or pace that triggered more unnecessary anxiety and or stress than is actually healthy for the project and whatever the creation deserves and what is seeking to be expressed through you. So really claiming whatever rejection, whatever came through with these tower moments, as painful or upsetting or disappointing and or disappointing as it all may be, please claim it, reclaim it, transmute it, allow it to serve you. And I love what we get coming out. Serena, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. What a lovely card to come towards as we're about to close this reading. One more time. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. What was I channeling in the very beginning? Having faith in God, Goddess, source, your holiest self, like whatever you believe in divinely, in that cosmic connection, keeping that faith and remembering where your daily bread comes from, where your prosperity comes from. So even if an opportunity from some other human being that was on the table now has been rescinded, fell through your lap, fell through the cracks, dissipated like water, fell through water through your hands, remember that there is a higher authority who will be dispatching and sending you greater offers, greater resources, and ones that you can and will accept. Okay, so if you are worried about like a lost opportunity, this is your affirmation and confirmation, like things are okay, things are fine, things are working out. And it's also because you're doing the work to let it be okay. I already channeled, a lot of like what you can be doing and how to be doing it and the mindsets, the actions, things like that. So it's like, once again, this is another card to amplify the faith and give that affirmation and confirmation. Thank you, angels, for another. We have Layla. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. Okay, so this is a time to be spending quality time with your guides, with the angels. And as you reflect and review on the situation, not guilting yourself, not punishing yourself, not dwelling in any of that, I want you to reconnect really with your desires and intentions. Like, what do you truly want? What are the miracles that you want to call in? What are the prayers that you've been putting out there? And think about your prayers. And also think about how can these recent tower moments refine your dreams and desires right now, because maybe they introduce some great inspirations of how you can flesh out more your dreams and desires. Maybe it gave you more data on what you do want in addition to what you don't want. Maybe it gave you a lot of great ideas of things you want to be doing and things like that. But now you want to add to your prayer, be like, okay, Spirit, but however, I would like your help with my capacity. I would like your help with the timing around things. I would like your help with the stress, like help guide me to what I need to be ready for that work or to be in alignment. You know what I'm saying? It's like spend the quality time with Spirit so that you can also continue upgrading and refining your desires and intentions, in addition to receiving the guidance that helps you refine and upgrade yourself so that you can receive those blessings and opportunities and things as Spirit basically drops them into your reality, brings them into your reality. Yes. Oh, I love it. So if you've been resonating with recent readings, Holy Raphael is still very strong with this collective. Holy Raphael, I am helping you heal physical challenges in yourself and others. You are a healer like me. So this is letting us know Holy Raphael is helping us at this time with any and all healing across all layers and levels, let alone physical challenges and physical reality concerns. Teaming up with Serena to let us know that our physical layer and level is being taken care of, the finances and resources are flowing our way. And before I close this channel, especially because Raphael is coming here with this physical healing, and it was on top of Uriel, you can't make this up. Uriel in this deck comes through to help heal the emotion. So we're getting like healing inside out, outside in, and back in, and with these holy high hitters back to back, like on top of each other. So like, honestly, thank you, Spirit, because this is such an affirming reading. At this point, like, obviously feel your feels. However, if you really arrived at this reading really feeling heavy from the tower moments or whatever, at this point in time as it's concluding, especially with these high angels coming through, like, baby, you really deserve to start feeling better now and allowing yourself to feel better. And at the very least, believing and knowing how supported and trusted you are by these angels, by these guides. Now with that Raphael channel that I was just tuning into and coming in, particularly with those who have been feeling physical issues and challenges and bodily pains, I also would like to invite you to reflect and take notice that if your pain and some of the pain you've been having, I want you to be mindful and take note of were some of the flare-ups and the pain you were feeling, is there a connection or relationship to, essentially, is there a connection to the circumstances, opportunities, potential relationships, whatever you were like in process considering pre-tower moment? Did you feel like the heaviness physically or heaviness in your life going on, and then the minute, or if not the minute, but very soon after that stuff fell through, let go, did you feel any noticeable shift in your pain? Did you feel any noticeable shifts in your body? Did you feel any noticeable shifts in the heaviness or density you felt, the pains, the misalignments, anything like that? I'm not asking you to project. I'm not asking you to like do too much. However, I really feel guided by Spirit. It's like reflect on that. And I want you to start allowing yourself to pay more attention to your bodily responses, the bodily intelligence, the bodily sensations around things going on in your life. And I'm receiving this message alongside y'all because I do believe there are some people in life who are very like physically like, you know, very, very strongly grounded, very rooted, very connected with their physical avatar, the 3D world, the 3D realm. Like that's their gig. They get it. It comes really naturally to them, but maybe like feelings, emotions and stuff, let alone woo stuff is not their gig. And then there are those of us who are maybe on the other end of the spectrum where I'm like so about feelings, emotions, vibes, connections, reading rooms, whatever. But the physical stuff spins me out. Like the physical body is annoying. I love it. I grow to love it more. But I'm like, oh my God, this is the most obnoxious puzzle. And I'm like, can I just float around and live? And so spirit, a lot of us, we're being asked to kind of pay more attention because we are also going through an upgrade and invitation where we're being asked to really pay more attention to our bodily intuition and our bodily instincts and how our body is responding and indicating stuff and talking to us. And for some of y'all who are having like more intense physical flare-ups that had a decrease when some of this stuff fell through or let go, it's not saying that anything was bad about that activity. However, I do believe it was the body giving signals about that layer and level of heaviness and density and not wanting to take it on and wanting to warn what it could be. And this is not to shade the opportunity, the activity, whatever it could be on the other person. Like, it could be totally fine. You know what I mean? Because a lot of this really could be a matter of timing and the universe bringing it our way so that we could see it, so we could see what we were capable of, to see that we are prosperous, there are opportunities, there's a lot of potential, collaborators, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo, to let us know that more doors are open than closed. Avenues are open and flowing more so than they are closed. Yet it may not have been the right moment to take it on because there's so much going on in this now, in this season, that our bodies are preparing and upgrading and working through that. Taking on that big challenge or that big task right now, or as it was being presented, may have been too much, or honestly would have caused a layer and level of pain. And your body was having some of those precognitive pain signals that were just as much real for asking for attention in this now, but also letting you know, like, hey, if you take this on in this now, this is also like the layer and level of pain that you may need to be dealing with more actively and aggressively. And it's like, okay, are you ready to sign up for that? Is that what you're wanting? Is that what your body is needing in this now? So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Comment down below if anybody's getting with that last channel in particular. I feel guided to, we're going to seal in this reading, yet I do want to read the Cosmic Connection card from this book. The compassion card is associated with the heart. I feel like that channeled message especially is enough. I feel guided to do the cosmic connection. You are connected to cosmic intelligence. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels. Called it. This card brings the message of divine support and illumination. Your vibration is being raised to higher levels with greater understanding, insight, and perception. It is no coincidence that you are finding yourself in sync with new people whose vibrations are at a similar frequency to your own. These new connections are bringing you greater clarity and reflecting the radiant light within you. Yes, there are challenges that surround you, challenges that can really tug at the heartstrings, but please understand that these challenges come to you at this time to help you grow and evolve to higher states of consciousness. The universal energy of love has sent this beautiful, light-filled souls to guide your way and assist you through this transition. Not only do you have these wonderful earthly guides, but also the assistance of loving cosmic guides from a higher dimension. You are a visionary of love, and through the raising of your own vibration, you will assist others to awaken. Spirit sees your hunger and desire for change. It sees your passion and thirst for planetary healing. Rest assured, your dreams and visions will come to fruition, but first your own vibration and light needs to be raised. This opportunity comes to you through the challenges you currently face. You see, dear one, the understanding gained from these challenges and the healing they bring will be the precursor to your own increased light. Keep going and know you are not alone at this time. Affirmation: I am illuminated, inspired, and grateful for this opportunity to expand in the light of pure consciousness. Associated chakras with the heart, throat, third eye, and crown, so very upper. I am illuminated, inspired, and grateful for this opportunity to expand in the light of pure consciousness. So I think that's really wonderful, and it showcases, okay, this is acknowledging challenges at this time, the tower moments, and they're bringing opportunities for us to upgrade. And this is why I'm saying it's like worst case scenario, if you feel like you fumbled a certain opportunity, please know that your soul and your guides have already set that fumble up. It is a set up for success. It's already being leveraged as something for you to go more into where you're guided, like the next blessing. Like either way, you're getting what is blessed for you because you're moving forward and you're responding and you're acting and you're not just giving up. Like even if worst case you were a little bit slower than you wanted to be, like you didn't stop. You didn't give up. You're simply figuring out who you are in this now and how to be who you are, let alone how to be and who to be in regards to these perspective, offers, opportunities, relationships, connections, projects, passions, etc. So continue giving yourself grace. And do not forget, you have miracles. Expect miracles. You have abundance. You are taken care of. This is all for you. So trust. Yep, trust, keep the faith, and continue going, connecting with your guides and following their guidance, and go where you're guided when you're guided. And I love where the goddesses left off with the bottom of the deck. I think it's perfect with siege, with quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. So we have these like rest, meditate, and contemplate cards coming up multiple times in multiple decks. So you are absolutely meant to be connecting with the unconditional love and wisdom of your spirit guides, yourself, your soul, and the universe, God, goddess, source, whatever you believe in. It's important that you replenish your cup, your energy, your soul, and your nourishment. It's important that you connect with them, especially if you can near water or with water sounds, water energies, and fresh air as well. I want to get like a nice breeze going too. And really releasing these things and continue to letting your heart become lighter and lighter than a feather, not holding on to density or stuff that doesn't serve you any longer, and doing what it takes to continue radically loving yourself and believing in yourself. Because it's like when you stop doing that or you're giving up on that, then I mean like, well then there's not going to be no progress. And I think you've come too far. Like I said earlier, you've come too far to come this far. So if you've committed to not giving up on yourself, then it's like, let this beating, let today, or the very least let tonight, let this now, as you take that reflection time. If you are feeling like a fumble, if you're feeling responsibility, guilt, shame, whatever ick it came from these recent tower moments, I want you to take the time out to feel these feels and then choose by the end of it, choose now and then re-choose at the end that you are choosing to feel better, that you're choosing to love yourself, you're choosing to go and do more joyful things, you're choosing to continue using your creativity and creative powers and abilities, you're going to continue to live abundantly, you're going to continue to treat yourself as an empowered and powerful being, you're going to continue to give yourself flowers, smell them, enjoy them, and love them. Period. So, let me know how that resonates down below. My name is Dil Divine, your friendly neighborhood queer muse, oracle, and soul guide. If you want to book me, there's links down below. You can get in contact with my socials, my information, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And please comment. Let me know what you think about this reading. As well as if you would like me to do some of that energy calibration and guided meditation with the violet ray and flame, or whatever color or intuitive ray we are drawn to. All right? So you love, hugs, and gratitude. Can't wait to see you. Hope you get a personal reading sometime soon. And make sure you're subscribed and liking the video. Mwah. Bye, collective.